Yo.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi. We're back again. Guys, I've got, I would say, bitter news. Guys, you'll not be seeing Emily in this channel anymore. I think we have discussed what was going on. But that being said, we managed to get a twin sister of Emily who is going to be here shortly. Twin sister, greet our people.
Not twin sister. Not twin sister, child. No. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another live stream where we get to discuss the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. And thank you to everyone for wishing me a speedy recovery. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate every single comment that was filled with positivity, with love and encouragement. Thank you guys. I appreciated it so much.
As much as we appreciate Emily back, I have to say this, she is not yet fully recovered. She will not stay that long in this area.
I'm just here to warm things up for you guys so that the conversation continues. But I am a bit frustrated with this trial now. I'm very frustrated, guys. I have been keeping up with it and I'm not happy. I feel like we are being played. I feel like, this is a stage and we are watching a show. We're just watching performances at this point. It's like, where is this going? I'm no longer feeling it. In fact, it's even becoming even more like a drag. Like, I don't understand why Zungu was not discredited. That doesn't make sense to me yet. Because I feel like the defense could have shredded him to pieces. Okay, but it's not happening, especially considering the fact that MC Menzisto shared a piece of information. And I'm wondering, why was it not used? I mean, that alone was enough to say, no, mister, you are not a credible witness. Just to point in that direction, that you're not a credible witness. Why should we believe that on the 26th of October 2014, you were at that hostel and you saw all these 5 accused people in the same vicinity? Why wasn't it used? I mean, I don't understand. I'm so confused.
It is confusing.
Well, guys, welcome back. Let me get into it. Advocate Zandile Mshololo was expected to conclude her cross-examination of Constable Sizwe Zungu when the trial resumed this morning. And thereafter, the defense was also expected to bring applications against the calling of a new witness, a cell phone expert. So the new witness was expected to testify on accused number 2 and number 5 cell phone data downloads, expected to shed more light on their whereabouts on the day Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed. The accused have denied departing with Zungu at the hostel on that day, but the defense will be bringing up applications against the new witness and the evidence he's expected to give. So Constable Zungu was on the stand and Advocate Zandile Mshololo was on her feet. She started off by focusing on the date and time a picture she cross-examined the witness on was taken. Mshololo said that the accused's version about the picture, which was taken on 17:28 or 17:28, that's the time, like 28 minutes past 5 on the 26th of October. He was at George Koch Hostel, and that he was never at Basutung Hostel in Vosloorus. So that is the most important aspect of just debunking this whole theory that Zungu is on. Like, George Koch is in Johannesburg, right? It's in CBD.
Yes.
Vosloorus is a township that's like 30 kilometers away from the CBD. So these two hostels are two different. And from what I saw in the court today is that Advocate Zandile Mshololo could pick up on the picture that it was George Gore Hostel. Considering the fact that there was no location tracing or location image tracking from the photo itself, from the photo download, there's no location that was picked up, and that is according to the downloader of the data of the pictures, according to the state, according to Advocate George Baloyi. And he also said that they were unable to pick up the location from the downloads. So these downloads is the reason why, before I even went away to argue that, can't they have the cell phones? Can't they have the original cell phones and do the downloads themselves from the original so that they can compare? Because now it's like they have to take everything that's given to them by the state. They just have to take it. It is what it is. There's no location. There's no location track. I mean, even Advocate Baloyi is trying to explain that the location comes from the device itself. You have to set the camera to take the picture and pick up the location from
but I have
the camera
I have a
itself.
problem with that explanation. It's not an explanation that is saying there is no location on a cell phone that Mr. Baloyi and the state as at large has. I mean, they have this. They are supposed to tell us the reason why there is no location is because the cell phone does not have. But they are giving open-ended answers where they are saying it could be. There's a lot of could and could not.
So that in itself was enough to say, bring us the cell phone so that we do our own direct downloads from those cell phones, because at this point we are going nowhere, right? So I always wonder at the defense, can't they get the download or get the devices themselves and look at the cell phones themselves, what's happening for their clients? Even if they don't have experts, just have and look at the devices. To say, okay, these pictures are in the phone, looking at the phone itself, the picture, where was it taken, how was it taken? It's your client's phone. Why is it so difficult? It belongs to the state now, I understand, but isn't it a fair trial situation thingy going on here?
No, that theory only applies when the judge wants to, like for me, wants to manipulate the situation of the defense. Like when they're questioning the judge interfering, the judge does not apply that case that says that they are here for the truth. Yes, whatever, Rob versus whoever that is. Yes. Now, whatever that comes to place is that one that defends the witnesses.
But when it comes to the defense, that is not applicable. That there's no such thing. But this is honestly unfair. Now that I look at it with even a fresher perspective, this is unfair. You are arrested. Just picture that for a second. You are arrested. The state took your devices. They want to prove their case against you. But they are not allowing you to prove your case as well with your device. How is this fair?
They basically are refusing with your device.
They are refusing with your device.
Without saying that they are refusing, but
No.
They are, because they are not giving you the access you need.
That is some South African law, what is happening? I don't understand. So the witness version is that the accused was at the hostel in Vosloorus. So a picture throwing accused 3 and 5 standing next to the car was displayed in court. The witness could not confirm whether the building in the background was that of the hostel in Vosloorus. Zungu said he never said he'd seen the accused at about 1728 during that day, the 26th of October 2014, but that he'd seen him much earlier and later than that. Advocate Mshololo concluded her cross-examination, and Sipho Ramasipili reopened his cross-examination to clarify a few issues. Now, the state interjected when Ramasipili asked the witness to testify on the descriptions given by the people who were in the house, saying he is having a third bite at cross-examination on the matter. The court said it's an abuse of process. And guess what? Our beloved judge kind of sided with the state on this one, and he was more or less impatient with Ramasipili, saying that he is repeating questions, or he's asking more. He said he wanted to clarify. Now he's no longer clarifying. He's asking more. And I'm like, what is happening?
So basically, as I said, Emily, this judge, for me, I don't know if there are people who still say otherwise. For me, this man, and this is according to me, the decision is clear here. What to expect is clear. Same as what to expect tomorrow in terms of DNA. It's clear. What is left is the door that is going to say one person was in the house, and the head that is going to say it belongs to someone else. And my worry is that when Mshololo questioned the issue, is it Mshololo or Ramasipili, when he was questioning the issue of head, it became a problem.
Some people became hostile.
Yes, the judge was very hostile when it came to that. He was not, in fact, he didn't want to give that guy a chance of asking about that head. Whether someone, and I had the question corrected, and he, as much as he would say, I had this one correct. I had this one correct. The guy was trying to ask, did you, upon these people leaving the house, was anyone wearing a hat? That was the question. But it turned out to be a shambolic question after interjection that happened with the judge that keeps on throwing shades to the public that is actually looking at him and telling him that it looks like we are one-sided. It looks like we cannot all be singing one thing. I mean, honestly speaking, we are not lawyers.
Crazy.
Even analysts who are paid to do this, they are saying the very same thing. It can be that we are all wrong.
It's not a
and we are the only correct one.
No. It's very clear. I remember seeing a tweet when he started with these shenanigans of his in the court. I remember seeing a tweet. Somebody said, at this point, I wouldn't even be shocked if the verdict is already sitting at his desk.
It's more like it's being corroborated. Let's take the points on why we're going to give this verdict.
Yeah, let's support this verdict of mine.
Let's just give those points and we're done.
I'm done. He's giving that feeling that I'm done with this case. Like every time. And what interrupts his verdict is what he fights and what he defends, because it doesn't align with allegedly, apparently, what could be a verdict that's sitting on his desk right now as we speak. Allegedly, apparently.
And thank you, Tandazani is saying, he's crossing the finger. For what? For DNA? No, the DNA answers are here. Let me tell you what I'm thinking.
Here.
The DNA answers, forget about X and Y chromosome that you've been told about. Where this thing is going is to say that one person was wearing that hat.
Yes.
It's X and Y chromosome, male chromosome. And then eventually you'll be told that it matched accused number 3 probably. Yes. And then accused number 2 will be placed in that house by the door. that is still left to be explained. And that's how this thing is going to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we might be surprised and then that doesn't happen. But
It's a bombshell.
that's the bombshell that we are
It's a
waiting for
bombshell.
tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm at this state where I'm even able to predict what is coming. Oh, this is hilarious. This is funny. So Ramasipilo concluded with his re-examination and the state re-examined, and Baloyi asked, the defense says your defense is a fabrication. Do you have any motives to fabricate this? I'm trying to think fabrication. That's just such a strong word that the state decided to use. It's such a strong word that fabrication. And Zungu said that he has no reason to fabricate anything. The state asked the witness why he referred to the accused by their names. Muzi, Gadla, Nkani, and all of that. And Zungu said those are the names that he knows them by. And those are also the names that he got from them when he met them at the hostel. Those are the names that they are known by. This is more like it. The names they are known by, not the names that he was introduced to them by. That's kind of a stretch after hearing your testimony. Advocate Charles Mnisi also was accusing the state of introducing new evidence when Advocate Baloyi asked about whether they stopped at a place called Lisedi next to a shopping complex on their way from buying alcohol on the 26th of October 2014. This is new evidence because the name Lisedi was never mentioned. Was it mentioned?
It could have been mentioned in passing, but
in the examination, for example,
yes,
it wasn't mentioned, this Lisedi complex or shopping complex. And now re-examination, when it's time to wrap up, you now bring in the name of the complex now. So it's kind of weird how the state operates, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Then Zungu said that he doesn't know if the place is called Lisedi and that he only heard in court that it was called as such. Heard from who? Heard from who? When? Like, guys, did I miss something?
Yeah, you will miss a lot of things here.
I'm like, you heard it from who? From when? From how? Like the defense objected to displaying of an identity kit as well during the re-examination. Now they wanted to reintroduce the identity kit, the one that Officer Steenkamp drew.
Just a warning, guys, we have a buffering issue. I don't know why. This is how this internet is welcoming Emily, I guess. But we'll soldier on because the voice is there. I'm sure the voice is there.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. The internet is refusing.
But we'll soldier on, Emily. I think the voice is there until it sorts itself out. I don't know.
Okay, so I've switched off. So guys, let me continue because now I can't wait to talk about this. Okay, so you'll have to listen to the voice. Yes, the video will be buffering a bit. We are live and such things happen when the internet is not quite on point with us or it's working with us. And today is one of those days where the internet is just buffering. Okay, apologies in advance. But as long as you can hear us, hi, Mushito Tolapil. So the defense said that they never cross-examined the witness on the said identikit. This is the identikit that was compiled by Officer Steenkamp. We saw it in the documentary that was done by Netflix. In fact, she gave us a whole new perspective on what was happening while she was taking these identity kits, particularly with regards to Kelly Khumalo and her behavior and her demeanor, But then, now they are trying to the state is trying to pin the identikit to Zungu for some weird reason. Because Zungu said that he had seen it from a newspaper, right? He had seen it from a newspaper on some morning. And now the state wants to introduce the said identikit, which is not particularly what he saw. He saw from another source. He saw the pictures of the identikit from a newspaper. So the defense was like, why not bring the paper?
Yeah.
Why are you now going to the identikit
Itself, the original source of whatever that was depicted on the picture that was on the paper, because that's a picture. That was not the original identikit.
So why did he do this? Why is the state doing this? That's something I don't understand. This is a re-examination. And already you are introducing things that are kind of twisting the testimony to make it seem like you are having something concrete, but is it really? You know, it's very weird how they move, and I don't think I'd be comfortable as the defense. Like, I would be worried. You know, I would be worried. I'd be like, why are you doing this now? Because you know it's your final chance. It's your final moment. We can't even get up after this and ask questions. And looking at the judge's impatience with us, there's nothing we can do. So the defense says that they never cross-examined the witness on the said identikit. They never did. He's the one who volunteered information and said in his examination that he saw the identikit on the paper. He saw pictures on the paper. In fact, when they were cross-examining him, they were deliberate and intentional and not referring to it as an identikit. They were more or less saying pictures, photos. The photos that you saw on the paper. They were not specifically saying the identikit itself. So it's kind of weird for the state to introduce it at a re-examination level. But Sizotini, it's a South African court. Ngumalo said that they have no issue if the identikit is a newspaper cutting they refer to. So Mshololo said that even if it's a newspaper cutting, they'd have a problem. The judge obviously overruled and said that the identikit should be displayed.
Because of that case again. Let's go to that case. What else can bring
Rob
in?
Heshoff, I don't know if they can get an intern to study that Rob Heshoff thing for them, and then next thing have counter arguments with it, because he's picking what favors the state.
Oh yes, the guy seems as if he's picking what favors it. The guy seems to be actually working nice with the state. Today, and I've been mentioning this several times, I've been saying it, this guy is not going to reprimand the state for whatever reason. And many of you always blame the defense in terms of wasting time.
Yes.
And when I look at the comments, people are always saying the state is not, the defense doesn't look prepared.
How
and
can
whatnot.
you be prepared when you are given
you can never be
evidence in the
prepared if you are
middle
given
of a
evidence like that.
cross-examination? They tell you there's a statement that was now written in August, and you're like, disclosure. What was happening? Why was I even in disclosure? Why did the disclosure even happen for this case? Like, pre-trial conference. Like, why didn't you give me this evidence back then? Why are you giving it to me now? It feels like a trial by ambush, but I'm not gonna say it is.
This is like a pre-trial.
Yeah, it's very.
We are in a main
rough.
trial, but it seems like it's like a pre-trial. It's like we are still
Hi, good
testing waters and checking what will stick, what will not stick.
Yeah. So Mshololo said, "My lord, I object. We don't have this identikit. It's new evidence." And the judge said, "I have made the ruling. The state insisted it was furnished to all the councils." Ramasipili said that it may have been furnished, and Nisi said that he doesn't have it. So the judge asked, "Was it furnished to you or not?" And Nisi said, "I don't have it." So the judge said, "That's a totally different story. I have played the lotto but have never won it." And Dimnisi said, "Even if they do have it, what bearing or why do you want to force it on Zungu?"
He was
to
trying to
seen
ignore
it?
the fact that the picture depicted in that paper was not furnished as an evidence now that this man is bringing as identity kit, which in the paper it was not the original identity, it was a picture.
It was a picture. So the judge said, "That's a totally different story. I have played the lotto but never won." Nisi said, "My lord is saying you've played football but you have never scored."
Just on purpose. Let's just say the wrong stuff. The way he does say the wrong stuff, Emil. This man always says the wrong stuff, like it's like on purpose. His interpretation is way out of line. I'm even worried that the man that says, "I listen, I always," and whatever that is actually correct, that it picks up, like the date September to October, between September and October. To me, that seems like a very well rehearsed script, you know?
Yep.
Like, get it wrong on purpose,
Yes.
I'll correct you. It sounded, it looked like that. Obviously, I'm not saying that's the case. This is my own thinking and my own assumption. I'm nobody. I'm just saying that whatever that this judge collaborates, I mean, to remember dates such as September to October in that conversation when we have many dates that we have put in here, it is almost seemingly impossible.
Yeah, it is. It is, honestly speaking. So, and Baloy said, "What do you see in that identikit?" And Zungu said, "What I see is accused number 2, Mafika."
Like that. Thank you,
picture.
Lady A and Isaiah, for donations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And Mafika also in that picture wearing a hoodie. Mafika accused number 2. That's Bongani Ntanzi. One thing I will say, in my opinion and observation, Bongani accused number 2. There's something, they will pin him. Okay, they will. There's something about accused number 2, but we'll see as the trial proceeds. And they asked him what he said. What he saw was accused number 2 in wearing a hoodie, and the state concluded the re-examination. Well, Ramasipili asked to consult with his client, and he consulted with his client. And when he came back, Zungu says that the identikit displayed in court is the same one that he saw in a newspaper. Okay, so Ramasipili then said, "What tells you it's a black hoodie?" Because he did say it's a black hoodie, and I found that strange because everyone in the house couldn't remember the color of the hoodie. Everybody said it is brownish, darkish. At some point, someone said it was navy. Someone said it. But Zungu Yena remembers that it was black, and he even saw from the identikit that it was black. So from the identikit, you could tell the color of the hoodie.
The same way this man remembers that he transported is accused number 2.
Yes, he said
and now it's a brother, and it's not sure.
Hey, Batumbamdi.
People, icon. Come hell or high water, we need conviction in this case. Feels like that. We have these people, and they must match. Like, that's why when I said that as we go by, evidence keeps on emanating based on what was questioned in the court. Today, Mnisi shared that same sentiment, that there will always be a counter argument based on what has happened in court. They will always bring a witness that will counter or affirm certain things based on how much they have actually tainted the credibility of the other witness.
Definitely.
Let alone, we are going to ignore the noise that is happening outside, that allegedly the person who was put on the line next was who?
Makosonke.
Who vanished. They said, no.
The nephew that picked him from Carlton Center to go to the hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
And then we hear from Facebook pages and other pages to say, hey, that person actually was there. He was there in that hotel. But well, after that, he just decided to, if you guys want me to, I'm gone. Disappeared. Allegedly. Obviously, we're taking these things from Facebook and anywhere else. But in all honest, how can we not believe such theories if we are seeing change in court? My Lord, there's going to be a bit of change from evidence if my learned friends would allow me.
Zungu said that though accused number 2 is sitting in the dock, may have a mustache, a beard on the lower lip. He's certain that accused number 2 since 2014 may have shaven it. Did he even understand the shape of accused number 2's beard?
No.
That question is like he's not even interested in comprehending it.
No.
So by saying that, okay, in 2014 he had a dot underneath his chip, so it means now he shaved it. But if he shaved it, wouldn't he have left like what is this thing? What is this thing, like when you remove your beard, there's a pattern that remains, right, to show
that shows that there's hair
grows
yes
here.
Yes, like mine, I have it here.
Hair grows here. There's definitely a pattern. The problem with this thing of trying to pin that beard on him is the fact that when you look, the hair doesn't grow there. Okay,
There is basically no hair
there's no hair
unless
it's
he
just
uses
skin.
no hair.
You understand? Unless, even if he uses no hair, the hair was gonna grow. It was gonna show that hair grows there. Okay.
Thank you, Dembo.
It was gonna show.
Thank you. Yes.
So it's very strange how they are willing to just dismiss all these nitty-gritties and details. Well, then Zungu concluded giving his evidence, and there was a short adjournment for about 15 minutes. The state called a new witness, Sergeant Vusimuzi Mokhani. Then Advocate Mshololo objected to the leading of the evidence by the new witness. Advocate Mshololo said that Section 205 was not attached to the evidence, which relates to cell phone data download evidence from accused number 5's cell phone. Mshololo said, my client is suffering prejudice.
There have been all day long since the beginning, from the before de novo, after de novo. They have been suffering.
They have been suffering prejudice. It's not just the first time now. And the state said that the evidence is going to be limited to the confiscation of the cell phone and not Section 205 evidence, while issues around that are still being finalized. The state said that they spoke to the defense about this matter during the break. Advocate Mshololo said the entire evidence should be paused wholly and not be limited to the confiscation of the cell phone.
Now, what that says to people, to other people, the learned community, as we are lay people, it's
Yes, we
the
are.
state,
We're
it's the
laymen.
defense that is delaying, wasting time, not prepared. How can you prepare with the statements? With a statement that are very new, coming 2023, September 23, isn't it?
Yes, some came in August, but you received them in court as you're cross-examining. You are being told that there's a statement. This statement was written in August of 2023 or in May of 2023. Wow. Wow. So Advocate Mshololo said that the entire evidence should be paused wholly and not limited to the confiscation of cell phones until all the issues have been sorted out and all the information is ready. Nisi said if the state is not ready and is still conducting its investigation, they must ask for a long postponement so that they can conclude it. I wouldn't advocate for these long postponements. Anything can happen. I'm sure you are seeing as every day things come at you like wah.
Look, I have a problem also with that. Same as I still have a problem with the Vodacom lady that is gonna bring
Testify.
this evidence, still just narrowing this evidence to people that they are looking for. I have a problem with that. I would need everything on top of needing even if it's 4,000 pages.
Yes.
I would need those 4,000
Yes,
pages.
please.
On top of that, I would need the phone because some
the
messages they remain on the phone.
Please. Why is that so difficult?
So that we can collaborate. I know that some can be deleted, but so that we can collaborate the pattern, even if we are not expect. Just as a lawyer to go through and browse and say, okay, here's a message to Emily from Mr. Anonymous. Just a friendly one, not that one to Kaylee or to anyone. Okay, hi, maybe can we go drink and stuff like that. Messages prior to them meeting 2014 to the so-called Basutung hostel. Just those things so that you can trust the credibility of, and also look at the pattern of those messages. Are the numbers that you see here for those that are still remaining matching with the numbers that are downloaded from the whatsoever that you have plus the Vodacom? You know, seemingly, if we are saying we are putting a theory that says all this information is fabricated. The judge even said the lady that is coming is a lady, right?
Yes,
they even
the
said
Indian
the
lady, Pinky
the judge was excited because this lady has testified in some of his cases.
Before.
Look, no offense. From now on, I'm gonna be trading carefully. I cannot now say that I'm excited that this judge is saying that. No. It seems as if already we are putting a garment of glory in this person. We are saying this person is credible. And why do we need to say that?
Why?
Why, as a judge, do you need to
Paint the
picture before a person comes? If a person comes, it's okay. I mean, pretend as if you've never seen this person so that we can hear evidence and finish with evidence.
Yes.
Because I'm worried about how this judge is actually interjecting. If you have noticed, this judge, every time they interject on a question that is going to be asked on a witness, that witness will turn out to say, I have no comment on that. And it's a pattern. Once after the whole debate with the judge, if you haven't gotten lost to that debate and you forgot your question, if you still continue that question, the answer that you normally get is an answer that is resisting.
Yes.
And I have a problem with that.
It's like no comment now.
That's why we're saying don't interject. We know it's your right or whatsoever, but just let it flow, like the referee of Orlando, like the referee that was refereeing Orlando Pirate game in Santa. Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. Don't give penalties.
Sit down.
Allegedly.
Sit down and be quiet sometimes. It will be very refreshing. But it is what it is.
Look, the bank statements, we are not told
bank statements,
anything
right?
about him. Yes.
The bank statements. And what I'm seeing with the DNA XYXX, anything is possible.
What I'm seeing is a pattern of the cell phone experts. Come with bombastic words of X, Y, and X and Y chromosome.
We're in a biology class today.
We don't care about that. We want you to simplify this thing.
Just tell us.
Just tell us.
Whose
The head
DNA you
that
found.
I got, it has a DNA of maybe Makumalo,
So.
and also it has a DNA of an intruder.
Get to the point.
That is easy.
Don't give us
That
a
is
biology
easy.
lecture.
The door
We didn't
handle.
ask for it.
The door handle that I found, it has a DNA of Kelly Kumalo. It also has a DNA of accused number 2.
Yes, and then show the credibility
just go
test
there.
as well.
Just go there. Finish and clear. Next
You are not
person.
a lecturer. I don't understand why these people, before they testify, they have to give us a lecture as if we are all interested in biology.
It's
No.
credibility. They're trying to say we are learned. We know what we are doing. But look,
But you're not a teacher.
what we have seen here in this case, it doesn't matter. You can have
He spent 2 hours
10 doctorates. It does not matter.
explaining.
Any person is capable with that so-called oath, under oath. And I've questioned that useless thing. I'm sorry to those who believe in that thing of an oath. That thing is useless. People lie with it. I'm not saying
what
this.
happens if I'm not a Christian and you are telling
It
me
is null and void.
put my hand on that Bible and swear that I will tell the whole
Because what
truth and
happened if I
nothing
say
but
that
the
I
truth?
cannot, I don't believe in that? What are they going to say?
There's no accommodation for that.
Oh, well, yeah, but Ngizwe actually uses his own.
Oh, he used his own, he freestyled.
Hey, ufunga ngomkhulu bakhe.
Oh.
What if mina nje, the only thing I fear is my
Now
great
we'll
grandma?
just participate for the sake of, but come at me later. Did I tell you that I'm a Christian?
Perhaps that question should be asked. To say, from the defense, before they even start, are you a Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in?
Because I can always say, you know what? That oath thing does not apply to me, because maybe it would explain even the freedom of Abuzungu to just do what they do, What conscience do you have putting your hand on a Bible if you don't believe in it? Allegedly, apparently,
It's
So
useless.
It's something that has
It is
to be
useless.
looked into as well.
It is useless. I can go there and put my hand there and say,
And say yes.
let's go.
Let's go.
Say whatever you
Knowing
want to say.
God damn well that I'm gonna lie. It happens. So they really need to. This is no longer 1975, unfortunately, where many people were forced to believe in this thing. There's freedom of religion now, and everyone is picking their own religions and deciding to believe in what they believe. So now the ball games are different. The law has to adjust. You understand? So there was an adjournment until 2:00. And just before the adjournment, Munisi said that he was afraid that the fair trial, as prescribed by the Constitution, is not happening. So those words kind of struck a chord, did they not? And I even remember before he concluded Zungu's testimony, he said, what if I was to tell you that on that picture, on that identity kit, it actually looks like you? How do you feel about that reaction?
It is a good assertion to say that it could be you. It could be you. You look like that person. I mean, if this man can go around and pointing people with different dreadlocks, and he's the one who was explaining the style that he saw on that guy and whatnot.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the short dreadlocks, and then he's still saying something.
So what
Continue,
if
Amy.
that second person on that DNA identikit, not DNA man, the identikit is you? That was an interesting question. It was jokingly, and I even saw that the judge was kind of annoyed by that question. Yeah, he really looked irritated by it. But that's Advocate Nisi for us. Some of us enjoy his style of doing this thing, of cross-examining. I happen to like how he approaches it. So court agenda until 2:00 for the next witness, and a DNA expert to be available once the court resumed. The defense confirmed to have received DNA results from the state, and Mnisi said that they are neutral. They don't really say anything. So they received these DNA results in some file or whatever. Do you know how they do the state? So Nisi was saying that they're actually neutral. They're not saying anything. Everything that the defense counsel has been presented as evidence throughout this trial looks kind of like what they've received from the pictures, from the time that there were the pictures involved. It just looked like that. So the state called Captain Phineas Masetla. Masetla was a DNA expert, or rather is a DNA expert, who underwent training when he joined the Forensic Science Laboratory in 2002, and he completed all the training at the laboratory in 2006. Now, he said that he has about 25 years of experience. I even heard him mentioning some honors there, saying that he studied, I think, undergrad BSc and then an honors or something like that. So that's quite impressive, if I heard correctly. Masetla explained the process of extracting DNA samples from exhibits. Masetla also said that should the negative control have results, it means that there was contamination. The results are loaded on DNA database and are accessible to me and everyone to do a DNA comparison. Masetla referred to a document he compiled on the 4th of April 2019 from all the exhibits pertaining to the Meyiwa case, the right and left hand swabs, and those swabs were taken from the deceased and match reference sample of the deceased. So Masetla said the door handle swab indicated that G. Khumalo, Gladness Khumalo, that is Kelly Khumalo's mama, from room 1. Okay, the second swab from the door handle, the DNA included Gladness Khumalo again, Kelly Khumalo's mother, and a blood swab taken near the TV stand. That blood included and matched that of the deceased, Senzo Meyiwa. So another swab was taken from the TV stand. It also included the deceased. Now, this is very interesting about the door handles, okay? The door handle of the bedroom and the toilet. Who remembers Miss Popola's testimony? Our beloved Lorraine. Lorraine said she ran to the bathroom and all of that. But how come her DNA was not found on the bathroom door? Like, can someone please explain that to me? I would like to know how her DNA is not on the toilet, or maybe they have separate toilet and a bathroom. Perhaps that's the case. And if that's the case, why wasn't the bathroom a DNA samples or swabs taken? Why was this? But then that's Musia. We have Musia to blame for that. And another swab from the TV stand included the deceased and a blood swab on the kitchen wall tile. Says we didn't get enough DNA. So from the kitchen wall tile, they didn't get enough DNA there. And that's where most of this incident occurred, according to all those people who have testified so far that are from the house, okay, that were in the house on the day of the incident. That's where most of the activities happened. And the blood swab on the kitchen wall tile, they didn't get enough DNA from it. So how do you not get enough DNA from blood, a blood swab? Guys, I'm kind of nervous, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of unsettled because the combos are not communicating. You understand? The combos are not coming together. They're not working for me to be convinced. I want to be convinced very badly that these people are guilty. But it's not, the combos are not. Every expert, every person who's come and testified, there's nothing tangible. There's nothing concrete. There's nothing. Well, it's more. There's more, guys. There's more. Masitla said the kitchen wall swab included the deceased. The swab taken from the toilet handle, there was a female DNA, but not anyone from the reference samples. Another toilet handle swab is a female DNA, which included G. Gladness Kumalo. Swab from bedroom 3 was not enough DNA was found on it. You see what I mean? Not enough DNA was found on bedroom number 3. At this point, I'm even thinking of which bedroom was it that they said there was a pushing and a shoving between Kelly and Bongani, or allegedly Bongani, who's accused, or the second intruder, allegedly. So I'm kind of conflicted there as well. So Masitla said that he did a DNA profiling on a couple of swabs taken from door handles inside the house. The blood found on the floor next to the TV stand, empty beer containers, the blood on the tiled kitchen wall, the scotch hat, as well as crutches. Masitla said Mtogozi Sitwala is excluded from all the samples. It's not just him. Mtogozi Sitwala's samples were not taken, basically. Kelly Kumalo was also excluded from all the samples. The people that were in the house, the only samples they have are of Gladness Kumalo by the looks of things. So it's not just Kelly Kumalo and Mtogo. And also you need to remember that Kelly Kumalo was pushing back and forth with the second intruder at some bedroom door that was not picked up either by Musia, according to his testimony. And then Longwe Twala's DNA was also excluded from the samples. Zandile Kumalo is included on the Smirnoff can swab. So that's the only place they found Zandile Kumalo's fingerprint or DNA. The swab, it's not even the fingerprint, it's the swab of her DNA. It was found on a Smirnoff can. Considering that this was her home, they're trying to tell us that at no point in time did she put her hand on one of either of the bedroom doors. Either of the just one bedroom door or another bedroom door or a bedroom of something. Why are they only finding their mother's DNA on the bedroom door and not that of Kelly, not that of Zandi, considering the fact that they also somehow lived in the house? That is very strange. That's one of the questions I have. I'm like, yo, this is your mother's house. You were constantly there. There's no way it can just be your mama's DNA. And considering the fact that the one of the baby was sleeping in the bedroom, I mean, Zandi said she was the one literally babysitting. When you opened the door, did you go and make the baby sleep and leave the door open? I don't understand.
See, the problem with not being honest in most of the time. This maybe applies to this case. It is alleged. But you can't close all these loopholes. This is too big for you to be able to close all these loopholes. You know, people come and tell their stories willingly. So a DNA comes and say otherwise. Were they wearing gloves?
Were they wearing gloves? You know, it's so strange.
Was Tumero wearing gloves? This man carried, if this was the sweat that they were using, this man used his sticks from KZN to Joburg.
Yes.
That means he was holding them everywhere, because when they get in a car, you take them and hold them maybe in the middle.
In the middle, in the end, somewhere in between. You understand?
They couldn't find
they were his crutches.
His fingerprints.
Then
not even one XY. Not even one XY.
Not even one XY nyana. It's all very strange. And from the Heineken, one of the tins, the swab matched that of the deceased. Gladness Kumalo included on the door handle and a toilet handle. Okay, the deceased included on the blood swab from the floor next to the TV stand and the Heineken can, and the Scotch hat, that infamous hat, found on the scene, excludes the suspects. All 5 of them, apparently, allegedly. So it excludes all the suspects. And then Gladness Kumalo needs to tell us exactly where she found that hat, in my opinion, when she comes to testify.
In all honest, what we are seeing here, there are loopholes that are being closed a bit, but really not all of them. You can't. I mean, you can. When I say one of these, I said, I think, I don't remember when.
Yeah.
If we are going to lie, and I'm not saying that in any case someone is lying, make sure that your lies are short and sweet.
Short legs.
So that you can remember everything. So that you can close everything. But if you make them longer, then you are creating a web that will be very hard to close.
Now, this is where we kind of picked up that something interesting is happening with this hat, because so for the results on the Scotch hat, the state said that they will get to them later. So this can only mean that one of the accused.
Same strategy with the cell phones. Give them first what is excluded. And they feel like, oh, this case is actually...
oh, we have something.
Yes.
And then bombshell, Gala, Kelly contacted accused number 5. Do you remember that feeling? You're trying to create it again.
That's the thing with reviewing these stories of this case. You end up catching up.
We are headed for the climax too.
We end up catching up. Why we stop reviewing the shows?
Oh yes, the TV shows. Everyone has been asking, no guys, we're not doing that. You love your people and you don't want to see the truth when it's...
No, I'm saying that why we stop is because it was easy to figure out.
Yeah.
So we wanted something a bit difficult. Now we're in this case, and this case is becoming more easier to figure out.
It's like now, tomorrow we are waiting for the climax, guys. Today it was a warm-up. Yeah, a warm-up session. Tomorrow the climax, the Scotch head is linked to accused number so and so. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning. So the jacket was taken as well. There's a jacket that was taken that belonged to Mbata, and it matched Mbata's DNA at the time. So for people who are wondering, who's Mbata now? Mbata, they are referring to Zamokuhle Mbata, in my opinion. Zamokuhle Mbata's life became a living hell when he was falsely accused of committing the crime and taking Senzo Meyiwa's life. He was wrongfully arrested.
On that, what is that documentaries that they make?
Yes.
He even claims that these people knew him.
Yes, they knew him.
But they threw him under the bus.
They did. So now he's suing the state, and it will be very interesting to find out.
And I remember that, just there, I remember what Ketlastole said.
What did
He said the case is not closed, so we cannot be paying for anyone as yet. No one is excluded. Do you remember that comment?
I don't remember it.
It's in that show. What is it?
Is it the documentary?
What is that show that catches people off guards, or they break stories or something like that? Is it ETV story?
I don't remember it. I'd be lying.
Teleblanche? Something tele.
Oh, Carte Blanche.
Carte Blanche, yes.
Okay. So yeah, it's very sad what they did to Zamokuhle Mbata, and considering that his jacket was also taken to test for DNA, and it found that that's the DNA on the jacket, and I'm emphasizing jacket because this jacket has been brought up a lot in this trial. And another thing is that on the hair on Mbata's jacket there was no DNA. So that's very interesting. Like how? Like how do you not find DNA on hair
Is it there was no DNA match or there was no DNA?
He said there was no DNA. And I'm like, how do you not find no DNA on her? That is strange. Okay.
No, this candidate cannot do that to us. I mean, we trust this candidate.
The way he was even speaking so loud.
The candidate of North University. No, he cannot do that to us.
Then Masitla said the crutches. There was not enough DNA on Tumelo's crutches. There was no DNA on Tumelo's crutches, Bazalwani. Tumelo's crutches did not have a DNA. What does this mean? I'm thinking of many scenarios.
Maybe they were wiped and then...
They were wiped off. I'm thinking...
Or maybe there was no DNA test.
As there was an alleged cleaning, they were also being cleaned.
Or maybe there's no swiping that was actually done on them properly. Maybe the swiping just came out of nowhere.
Maybe. Or someone could have perhaps, as they were cleaning, they were like, no, let me clean the crutches as well.
You know?
Anything could have happened. But how come Tumelo's DNA is not on the crutches? And if it was not taken, why was it not taken at a later stage? Because he did mention that his crutches were fetched when he was in KZN. Why didn't you collect DNA from Tumelo as well? Why were you only interested in the crutches and not him? Question mark, question mark. So the crutches Tumelo had been using doesn't even have his own DNA. After traveling with them to KZN, Durban, they still couldn't pick up DNA. Miss Popola said, was it Miss Popola? At some point, Kelly Kumalo's mother was using the crutches to beat the second intruder or something like that. And then Miss Popola... Did she change and say she didn't use the crutches? What was happening there? Because I remember her testifying. Was it her testifying that she used the crutches and she couldn't lift? She was short, so she left the crutch.
A lot happened in those crutches.
Their DNA is not there. Even Gladness Kumalo, who's also said to have used those crutches, her DNA is not picked up on those crutches. Yes. Let it marinate. Mthokoziseni maphisa. So the hat had sweat, Mr. Anonymous. That's another thing he said. The hat had sweat.
As expected, if you use a hat, it will have sweat because it can even have your hair.
It can even have your hair. So Mthokoziseni maphisa is excluded from all the samples. That's accused number 4. Accused
Why are we
number 5.
being told about number 4, number 5, as if we are,
No, there's a reason.
Exactly.
There's a reason.
I mean, we are told that the state is building the case that 2 people got in the house, and those 2 people, they started being accused number 1 and 2.
Yes.
Hence, they're even describing a darker person with dreads. And then now this person is not dark
anymore.
This Mkumeni guy is not dark. Now it changes. And it's okay. We can change. We can just shift. It could have been the issue of being in jail, that this man changed the complexion. He lost maybe a lot of melanin, and then things started changing.
And then there's a glitch with his dreads. They're not quite behind the ear. They're more below the shoulder. They are long. They were long in 2014.
Look, a judge can come and say that is not important. They could have gotten it wrong when they were explaining it.
Wow.
I mean, this man.
Considering that the head mysteriously fell off.
This man.
And it landed in Gladness Kumalo's hands, allegedly.
I told you about these surprises, people. Are you surprised? There's going to be another one and another one. I'm not sure. I don't know. But because of predictability of this whole case, it's easy for me to say that I can put my money down. There's always gonna be a new. You remember when accused number 5? Witness Zungu.
Yes.
Zungu de Kwaps.
Yes.
The reason why the statement was not put
Yes.
is because they were fearing for his life.
Yes.
Now, what about this one now? Are they also fearing for his life? The one who was going to come and testify about what? The cell phones. Are they also fearing for his life? No explanation is given now.
No.
This is a new statement.
It's a new statement.
Now the explanation that is given is that the case is broad, and my lord, as we go by, we learn.
Yeah, I just wanna smash my screen every time. It's like that.
Even uses his hand as if the man is explaining something Where is Gerinel?
Where is Gerinel, Bazalwan?
Now, he is a well-trusted man to him, but to us, it seems like he's fumbling.
Where is Gerinel?
He's the one who was 110% convinced that the people that are there are the people that should go to jail. Telling the family, going on TV.
Approve of this trial.
Is this how he also operates?
Is this how he also operates as a prosecutor? We have a lot of questions now.
Obviously, we are just asking questions because these are things that were really put as things that there will be evidence. There will be even a what do we call it? Master what? Kingpin.
The kingpin.
Mastermind.
The mastermind.
The mastermind theory.
Yes. So who else is excluded from the samples? Moses Bia is also excluded from all samples. So this leaves accused number 2 and accused number 3.
And rest assured, accused number 2 is the weakest of all. He's always going to be there. Shame. That one is always going to be there. The accused number 2 is always going to be there. Don't worry. There is no way accused number 2 can never be there.
Hi, okay. Court adjourned, guys. Court adjourned. And we will see tomorrow when Masitla will continue giving his evidence on the DNA analysis. So, yeah, just when he was about to tell us if Mr. Mapisa was a match or not, Mr. Baloy said that the court time has expired. You watch your eye, unayo.
I will pay it.
He's a timekeeper.
And initially, the reason for early adjournment and this adjournment keeping in time and all that was to protect these witnesses, right?
Yes, and to transport.
But seemingly these ones, I mean, they don't need protection.
Hi, okay, guys.
They are simple experts, right? Who are here to tell their own things that they studied in the University of North.
Yeah. So, Sibodlile, we have expressed ourselves in some of the thoughts that we have. You can now call in and give us your opinions and give us your thoughts, what you thought about today's proceedings. And we apologize for there's no visual of myself. The internet is...
Interneting.
Is interneting here.
Yes.
We are having a tough time connecting.
And perhaps I'm even lying on behalf of my internet. It's not even an internet. Maybe it's me. I did not put some updates. There were updates pending, but I did not put them, which would be my bad. So that would mean that I need to restart my computer. After.
No, we can't do that. So, guys, please call in if you are able to have caught up with the show up until this far. Please call in, and we'd like to hear what you guys thought of today's proceedings. Are you getting tired?
We are.
Are you getting frustrated?
We are.
Please call in. I want to hear about it.
Why wouldn't we?
Because I feel like what is happening in South Africa.
Smash that
why
like
criminals
button,
are
guys.
so arrogant.
Smash it like you missed a minute. Smash that like button. We have only
I
300
haven't even
people.
reminded you guys. Are you happy to see or hear that I'm back? Please press the like button.
You know, guys.
It's still the same business.
Otherwise, I'm hiring a new person.
please press that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and also share the video if you can to those who are especially interested in this case and who are thinking aloud or who have a lot of thoughts that they can't quite
The
express.
spirit
anywhere
of discernment.
else. Yes. They can't express their thoughts anywhere else because, hey, this trial is something else. It really tests your spirit, and for me, it's also an indication of why criminals in this country are so arrogant. If shenanigans like this are happening in court,
Yes.
and you know as a criminal that all I need is money. You understand? I need money and the best legal representation.
And
It
perhaps
would explain
perhaps
a lot
another
about the
question would
arrogance
be,
of criminals.
what are the experts who are sitting there as the gods of the law in South Africa are saying about what we are seeing, about what the world is saying? I mean, it takes one person from Dubai who's very rich to come and do anything maybe and get away with.
How many people are getting away with crimes in this country? How many?
The system is not giving us peace. So let us hear from you guys. One or two people, not long. Keep it short and tell us what you're thinking. The number is scrolling down below. I'm sure you can see it. I'm hoping that you can see it. And if there's no comment, we will understand. That would mean that we have actually done the best. That's such that no one is willing to comment. No one is willing to disagree with us. It's still okay. But tell us what you think, your feelings, your thought, please. The number of WhatsApp is 067 619 0343. I guessed it properly. That's the number of WhatsApp. Let us hear what you guys are thinking. Let us hear what you guys have to say. But if you guys perhaps are not ready to call, I guess we can use the early night. Been sitting here for an hour.
We can use the early night if you guys are not calling in. What is the people saying on the chat?
I'll catch up again in the morning. I have to go and oversee how many team. Okay, how my team is working. Oversee how my team is working. Oh, you are working at night. You have a team. Sorry, you have a team. Who wanted to lecture on the DNA process. I could have made a summary in 15 minutes. Who wanted a lecture? This isn't Who wanted a lecture. That is if also we are not going to be biased coming from the University of North. We need a different university to give us that lecture. Because we already have someone coming from the University of North who's got honors.
Yes,
He studied about till honors, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a bit satisfactory, unlike what we've been previously exposed to, where people just go to the SAPS college and they...
So this man has an honors. Not in anything, but biology.
Yes. So, summary today in a nutshell, DNA expert told the court that the Scotch hat, which was found at the scene, excludes all the accused before the court, and that 3 of the accused DNA was not found in the swabs taken inside the house where the soccer star Senzo Meyiwa was killed in 2014. And Captain Masitla continues on the stand tomorrow. So, yeah, this whole hat situation, guys, expect tomorrow it will link to somebody.
Definitely. It will find a right person.
Find an owner.
That's how it is.
Hi, khona ziyakhala ziyabuya, and I am so frustrated with this process. I think we are all becoming tired.
No, we are. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you become tired? I am tired.
So, guys, you're not calling us. I was not missed.
Or maybe you did a very good presentation such that they don't want to mess it up. They just want to let you shine since you're still.
I was looking
feeling
forward
well.
to hearing people. Oh, guys, I missed you. Kantini. Ow. My first day back. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. So you're already exhausted, just like we are.
See someone say, discover your life solution. Wow, welcome back, Emil. You were missed. You two are a dynamic team. Thank you.
Thank
you very much. Indeed, Emily was missed. Who wouldn't miss the boss?
Someone on Twitter said that Mtogo, who was opening doors with spoons, was also excluded.
Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Butini njani?
Sikhona njani wena?
Namudano. Namhlanje ndizo-apologize kuphela. Ndin-apology.
Yeah.
Andithandi tu. Bendi-big fan ye-judges. Hayi. Umfana uyandohlula ngoku. Hayi uyandohlula bra. Hayi andinqamile. Ndinqamile bro man. The way I react ngayo lo mfana, hey, it's like akabukelwanga, it's like bayi-two erumini. You see? Actually well yonke imjongile, but you know what, I'm not scholar, and like I understand as a judge bengasupposed ba usentsho ureacta ngale ndlela for uba wonke umuntu ambone uba una something against inansika labafana be-defense.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
First time nje thetha unansika lo mfana lo unansika u-defense leke nansika I choose number 1 and number 2. Hey, bomdlavula kanjani. I mean lo mfana zonke are like lejaji kwenzeka ntoni, like ayikho indlela enokwenziwa ngayo, like ke kuzanywe ulungiswa lento. That's because yayicaca nakubani, you see. And like
ngabe uyathula, uhlala phansi uyathula.
Exactly yilento, like kukho question ebibuzwe lo mfana uthule grid apha defense. No, ukhala lo mfana lo uthule grid, like la ikhona inansika adanimana ke nayiveza na lo mfana wenanto we-journalist ekobe investigator esa story, and then wafumaniseka uba lo mfana wayedutshulwe ngugwabeni, wemdubule ngo-2017, not 2014, you see. And uyibuzile loo nto unansika lo mfana lo ka-choose number 3 uNqumalo, yeah.
Yes.
uNqumalo uyibuzile la mina, and then wafamblisha lo mdita wabila lo ebeyinansika pha lo
Uzungu.
Wabila uzungu watshona. I mean that why engayiboni loo nto, you see. That's what they're supposed to pick up something kwezo nto zinjalo. Yebo. Ngoku uthi uzungu hayi awuyazi noba wadutyulwa kangaphi, hayi andifuna ukutsho ngenxa yoba hayi akasekho lo mfana ngoku wara. Istory esingavakaliyo nathi hayibo. I mean uthathe uphi kanti, you see. And then kulapho Hodman, kulapho ujaji bekusupposed bayazibona zininki questions ezibaleka lo mfana, and lento disappointed kujaji. Uyamprotecta lo mfana and uyamleader, uyamxelela uba hey uphendula nantoni na, yabo. If ever kunento ubona uba iza kukhana suyiphendula, yabo. Izalezokwazi uyiphendula, like inansika like namhlanje ngoku benansika bephendula ii-questions Mshololo kane.
Mshololo.
Yeah, uyangenelela nojaji. So wabona naye uba hayi man, it's easy. So man ungaphenduli, no andifuna ucomment. And uthe akafuna ucomment nakwizinto eziclear, ebekusuppose uba uyakhomenta as uba encedisa icourt
Yeah.
yebo
Yeah.
ngoba kasencedisa icourt and andiyazi uba ujaji uyibona kanjani bendikade ndimthembile ujaji hayi as uba bendisitsho i-apology kuni ujaji no I hope ingakhona into enokwenziwa ngayo hayi ndizamile I mean why ebetreata kanje ngoku into endiyibonayo uba ujaji une-enemies eziyi-4 which means i-defense
Yes.
zii-enemies zakhe ngoku yebo ulwa ijaji ngoku ne-defense yebo uyangena ke uvaselina ke yena ke lo hayi thethe laa nto yakhe uvaselina thethe laa nto uvesa ujaji I mean I like waye-acting athe kwajaji and ndayicinga ke into ke ne according to mna lo mfana lona unansikile already mos senansikile sewapenshela lo mdidi so lo mdidi uthathwe phaa kuthiwa hayi for ndinase enye imali khawuhambe uzolungisa apha yebo yazi uthathelwe nje ukuba hayi mezolungisa apha nasi imali and even nalo mdida lo wenasika we-DNA it is that because akekho kulaa sector ngoku yazi ukwa-agriculture laa mdida yebo ube efondini hayi mani nantsi imali yebo and even noba ufambilishe wathini sasuppose uyayazi uba akazuphinda ahirishwe ndawo yebo
Yes.
because akasekho kulaa sector ngoku zizi so hayi siyabulawa mbuzi yam but into endiyithandayo futhi iweji ibukele zizi I hope kungakhona into esizawuyenza ngalaa nto no asikwazi uhlala kanje zizi ujaji kule nto kalawo nantsika kazungu bekusuppose uba uyinikile i-defense whatever questions enantsikeni azibuzayo uba makaziphendule noba nazo ezamfaka engxakini that's because ujaji ufuna ukufikelela ezigqibeni to check uba nyhani lo mjida na uyayazi nale nto yebo that's because uzungu eziba umbona ndanditshila uzungu ngumntu nje yena ethathwe naye kuthiwa wena unamatyala sizukuvalela hamba kambe okwenza le nto zizi
True. That sounds like that.
Yeah, ulolo mjidi unamatyala uyambona mos even xa uqalela uba no mani wabona abantu be-exchange guns ntontoni zonke ezo ndihamba ngemoto state ndinxilile uphuma kwam ndivuma ndinxilile ndingena kwimoto state uyabo yonke loo nto leyo yabo laa mjidi uthathwe kuthiwa hayi sikunika idili uze singakubambi nantsi iproblem esinayo ubana mfana uuganda ubana mfana lo mjida uyi-investigating officer ugininda nguye lo uthatha uthi ndikunika ideal for nantsi ideal if ever ukwazi uba mawuyenze ke then ndiyakuvalela laa mjida uyefayithela ilife yakhe so akaziniki yuzi okay ndimandisiyela baye kodwa heyi ndiyaxolisa kakhulu ujaji ndimncamile.
Yes. Thank you. Just to summarize, this is a guy, remember, one of our subscribers who really was against us, saying that the guy looks a bit fishy. The guy sounds fishy. And he was like, no, give him time. If you remember, give him time, guys. He's coming all right, this judge. Just give him time. He's going to come right. And then now he's calling to say he's giving up on this. He tried. It's not working. And he alleged that some of these people seems as if they don't care because they are no longer working in that field. Most of them, these people, these experts that are coming through, they are no longer working in those fields, or they have moved away from that field, something like that.
Yeah.
But in a sense, and everything said here is alleged, and it's just an assumption and nothing else. Mzansi, hello.
Anonymous.
Yes, sir. How are you? Sikhona bhuti wami. Can you reduce the noise behind? Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yes, sir.
Futhi ndiyaqala ukukhomenta kwi-podcast yenu ne.
Yes, sir.
But it's interesting. It's podcast yenu, and I prefer to listen to it than court layer because sometimes it's really busy during the day. Guys, there is no way where they're going to go kutotswe lo dadi lo kukhrisha udadi lo ngoku napha so that kuzo everyone ozoba nepower yokuthetha by all means akwazi ukubeka ngayo indlela yo njengobana ku-public figure i-public figure mosilanto le
Yes.
noba iqhubeka on the open space everyone uyabona why abankulunkulu basemhlabeni ke kuzobonakala ukuthi abazukwazi ukunikeza onkulunkuluwana laba the way abafanele bana bamela ngayo abasolo aba babamelayo.
Yes.
Because now into endiyibhekile as the case continuing iyaphuma nhlobo kwi-role befanele bayihamba kuyo as bebeqale ngokubiza that guys omthokozisi notumela.
Yes.
Njengokuphuma nje lo futhi lo ngokuna oza namhlanje lo ubeza na o-DNA test ne. Akananto today akananto ayikhomba to the suspect to all of that five suspects but only find out ukuthi he's still continuing where he is going to because emnyango akutholakala ma-fingerprints ama-suspect ikotoyi le esikhosi kuthethwa ngazo ababethe uzandi wayethe uzandi lezi sikhosi lezi lamnwazi wama-suspect nale crash le katumele nithetha ngayo akutholakali bufakazi kuyona.
Yes.
Ipimbumbula eyatholwa ekhapesini endaweni yobana befana iphume phandle mayijibula ucango. Ucango kanye la kulokhele ikhumalo lenziwe ngegold lilu ayiphume imbumbula mayijibula kulona. Iphi la mbumbula apho maswapho wathathwa kulapho le. And also amakhariji wayo apho maswapho wakhona. I think Mr. Anomenimasi.
Yes, sir.
No Messi Emile. Manqanda ukubongela siswami benivile ubhuti uthe awukho right.
Yebo.
Sibulelele ke uNkulunkulu ba ekuncedisa.
Ngiyabonga.
I think this case is going to nowhere.
Yeah.
We are just wasting the money of the taxpayers. They are just wasting the money of taxpayers. And I'm not sure what is this corrupt South Africa or corrupt ANC, because all of these things is for ANC. Ibukele nalendo eyenzekayo in front of people. In front of many people babukele lendo. I'm not sure bayibona bana it's a waste of money. Lot of waste of money. So bengifuna nje ucomment kule ndawo brother and sister bana it's painful. As you saying today ubongani Ntanzi and Gadla, maybe there is something enokubathika ela iye ngakubo. I have a feeling of that.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of that, guys, because yes, if ever at least experience in life like Ubongandanzi, look like he's still young or by the way akhule ngayo kunanto ibonakala ike am-associator nento efana ne-crime line. But I have a feeling of bangayijika le nto le njengoba nisisho nayo bangayijika le swap lezi le DNA kukhonjwe kuyo. Siyawoyika amaphoyisa ase-South Africa futhi.
Hayi siyawesaba sonke mfowethu.
My brother is a policeman.
Yeah.
My brother is a policeman. I experienced a lot of things from him. Ukuthi hey mina niyayigoba into straight niyigobe niyenze ibe ilento nifunayo. I'm growing up with a village and violence kakhulu. Okanye I'm not sure who's the violence, but kuhlezi kuliwa lesi isintu lesi, but noba kunesibhamu kuliwa isintu. Abancini amaphoyisa ukuthi abambe mna ndingena-afisibhamu ndingena-niki andibethele ukubana makuthe kube nomuntu endimkhombayo ubana ubani unaso isibhamu, ubani ngobe kudutyulwa ebusuku kubulawa ubani bekhona ndingamazi ebengekho. Yabo?
Yeah.
Ndithetha on behalf of into eyavela ngoba ngani intanzi ubana ambethe amaphoyisa athi makavume. Yabona? So uthi wami ngiyoyika mina. I don't know ubana ingenza kanjani.
Aliyakulahla mfowethu vele busweqile. Cha asibonge bhuti. In summary, this is someone who has, I would say, the experience of how things do happen because he's got a brother who's a policeman, and he does have such conversation to say, look, man, you know, you guys are actually dangerous. You can change things. You can change something or can make something out of nothing and make it look like it is indeed the case. And relating this story to what Ntanzi could be going through allegedly, and everything that he said he has alleged, and is basically saying that he has no faith in this law of ours, in a sense. That is what this caller was saying. Let me read this from WhatsApp. Thank you guys for such an amazing show. I wonder if it is not possible for the defense to ask the state to bring the extra witness in the event that they are not going to cross-examine more on the witness, just to try and push the state to bring in more to bring more witnesses, because we can all see Baloyi wants to use Zungu as his trump card and is not willing to move ahead with his witnesses before he finishes with Zungu. You know, the funny thing is that there was no Zungu 2022.
No.
And that's a funny thing. Not to say he was not there, because he can claim that he was hiding him. But basically, there was no Zungu.
Considering the statement was made in May, was it May, 31st of May 2023?
And Zungu now becomes the main character in this whole thing.
And it has a lot of mistakes and it's tight.
And Emma, one question that was deleted here, I don't know why people delete questions. Right, ask question, don't delete it. So remember when Musia said they did not take a swipe in crashes because they knew who they belonged to?
Yes.
So who took this swipe?
The DNA Masitla, the DNA person.
Who took it? Who
took the
yes, make it and.
But Musia said he took the crutches, right?
Yeah,
and
let's answer
remember
this.
Tumelo also said they were fetched in KZN
Nzanzi, hello.
Stage.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, sir, how are you doing?
I'm very well indeed. You're speaking to Sbu here. I'm on the comments down there as the untamed critic.
Yes, Boo.
Yeah. The way I say it, this judge is suffering from something called PTSD.
Mm.
Every day he refers us to this R versus F case.
Mm.
Every day, the moment the defense is trying to put something to the witnesses, he objects all the time. If maybe you will recall, there was a day where the defense was trying to put it to the witness that he must incriminate himself, or they were asking something like that. And the judge jumped in. The way I see it, he shouldn't even have said anything in that. But no, he should have objected that. He had no place to object that. You see, right now, this case, the way I see it, it's already prejudicial to the accused. I might be wrong. Who knows? Yeah.
Not the only one.
Yes, you're not the only one.
But I don't see justice served in this case. The only thing I see is a cover-up. And an ending cover-up, of course.
Ongoing one.
Ongoing one. If you see, all these witnesses are making statements like when the one who made it in May. But this guy knew of a crime from long time, like in 2014. Why he didn't come the following day to say, okay, I was talking with these people and I saw this exhibit, which is depicted in the paper now, the identikits. Why he didn't come the following day and say, these people are resembling the same people I was with yesterday?
Yes.
Why he didn't come up with that information? As I said, this is prejudicial to what they accused. But hey, let me allow other people to comment. Thank you guys for giving me the chance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No problem.
So if they went to fetch the crutches, Emily, and then took the swipe after that, it's pointless.
It is.
And also, even with that, they still couldn't find anything.
They still couldn't find anything, including Tumelo's DNA.
Yes, the person continued to say, "Welcome back, Emily. You were missed. Thank you. Thank God you're back."
Thank you, guys.
It's
Thank you.
Ismail in Joburg. Thank you. Thank you very much. Haibo Emily, you were missed. Take care and keep us updated. It's Lady A.
I will try. It's just that when you're going through it,
you forget about everything. You forget about everything.
It's not easy. Like, I need to get through this. I need to pass through this and then come back. With
Zanzi, hello.
Hey, Mr. Anonymous and Emily, how are you?
Hi.
Yes, say. I see you've been trying to call. Yes. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes. And welcome back, Emily. We're happy that we're back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Anonymous, I'm having a problem with our defense team.
Yes.
Even though my criticism is that on say Wednesday we adjourned because Mshololo said she want to be given the cell phone so that she can get the downloads and stuff. So that on Monday she can come back and cross-examine the witness.
Yes.
And the minister also said something like that on Wednesday. That's why we adjourned early. Then we come today. Mshololo comes and starts and bring 3 questions to the guy about one photo, and which is not obtained from the device that asked that she need to be given. And he says nothing about the device, whether it was given to her or not. And Zungu's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm having a problem with that. It looks like there is things, but they're failing to make a follow-up. The first lawyer, Ramusipili, he asked that he be given the bank statement of this gentleman from KZN.
Yes.
In Zungu's testimony, those bank statements, if they were found to be contrary with what this Zungu was saying, the question was going to be put to him. Because these are the bank statements that are saying something different from what you have alleged in this court, that you saw them go through or whatever. So it's going to assist, but these guys are raising these things, but they're not making a follow-up. I'm having a problem with that.
Yeah, you are raising
because even if you don't get the what you have requested, make a noise like this.
Yes.
We're not getting a fair trial because that which we are requesting, we're not getting.
Prejudice.
They are quiet. I don't understand what is happening there. I don't want to say they've been bored or what, but I'm frustrated with the men and which they are raising things, but they're not making follow up.
They're honestly relaxed.
I'm worried also about that because that's why I'm saying, in terms of the cell phones and all these things, we need those things. Even if they are going to get this expert from Vodacom who could be retired, by the way, because we are going. It seems as if the pattern is that we go for people who are retired.
Yeah.
Ask for your staff though, like my cell phone.
Full.
I need my cell phone because there could be messages that are collaborating the messages that you're gonna get from the 4,000 whatever that document that you're gonna be receiving. And I'm worried about trusting the state to say, go and summarize this thing for us.
And again, Mr. Anonymous, this case, from where I'm seated, I'm sorry to say this, but if it were to go the way it's going, these guys are going to prison. And my reason is that the state has learned. The state did not have these new witnesses that are coming September, October, and September. Those people were not there in the plan of the state. But the state has realized that the defense, they don't have a plan to counter our expert testimony. So the expert can come and say, and the DNA tests that were conducted go in the house, they are matching the suspect. How can you deny that as a defense? If tomorrow this gentleman comes and says that he's placing those two guys in the house, what will the defense be about?
Because that's what this guy is coming to do.
I'm telling you, and for the fact that these witnesses are writing their statements now, they were not in the plan, but the defense realized that, the state realized that there is a loophole here. These people are weak. We can come with anything, fabrication, if you bring it in their presence.
They will take it.
Who can counter-argue that?
They will take it, and the judge is there to make sure that they take it for the sake, inverted commas, of a fair trial.
So the only way for one to win this case, there should be an expert that is going to counter an expert. And the cell phones and whatever devices that they're getting this information from, those experts from the defense were supposed to do their own research on them. That's the only way the defense can win the case. But as it is going, I understand they don't have money to bring the experts. But as the case is going, I don't see justice for these guys and also for them.
That is true. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's unfortunate, but it's how it's looking.
It is all alleged. Why was Nako's evidence dismissed easily? And why does Baloyi not bring bank statements? Those are things that we need to ask. Unfortunately, the power lies with the judge. If a judge says no is the answer. And that's how a judge, one person, who's supposed to listen and cipher what is right and what is wrong, can change the whole complexion of the case. Single-handed. One person.
Scary.
When you go to court, not even God is above the judge.
No.
When we are in court,
No.
your life, whether you see the sun or you see the roof,
Or you live in.
or you are excluded from the
confinement.
society, depends on one person.
One person.
More so if you do not have money to take this thing further. One
If you
person.
don't have Makudumana money and Besta money to stretch and exercise the law, you are doomed. You're going to prison.
And
Well,
then which
guys,
supports that theory that this law works for people who have money. It has always been doing that. It will continue to do so unless something is done about this law.
So, yeah, that's it from me, Mr. Anonymous. I don't know if we have any more callers who are going to call in. Is there more people that are on the line or coming through?
One person. Zanzi, hello. Volume and welcome. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Let me just switch off the TV.
Please do.
Hi. Yeah, Emily, welcome back.
Thank
We
you.
missed, we missed you. Awukhulisa kodwa mangakazungu namanga baba.
Ati yebo.
Yo, ukuthi abangakangikhathaza saying as ukuthi people ukuthi even the prosecutor naye nje is playing games nathi and lama games akhe sesiyawabona sonke. So angazi ukuthi bacabanga ukuthi kwenzakalani. Are we that stupid?
Yeah, we are dumb. Yebo, we are very dumb in South Africa.
Yebo.
We've let this thing drag. We're just enjoying the show.
No, but it's not a nice show. I was watching the other podcast that you guys shared with us. I can't remember the guy's name, the Zulu guy who was in jail or whatever. And Putiga Senzo. Menzies at Menzies podcast. Yeah. Uguti, this thing, we family Yaga Meyiwa guys, it's not funny, hey?
Yeah.
Yes.
God, it's not. It's torture.
It's torture and as a country. Like, well, is this what justice is in South Africa? Every day is story changer. And no one says anything about it. The judge, we are quiet when things are not working out his way. Hi guys, Cartel. I pay.
Yebo. Hi, thank you very much. Thank you. Indeed. I mean, here we can only say what we see. To show that at least there are people who can think and see reason with what we see. But unfortunately, we are not people that can change complexion, to say the least. Maybe we just sit here and discuss.
We can't change complexion.
Not like the accused number 3's complexion.
Not like accused, ne? I Bunzima guys in South Africa. I hope at some point this thing works out in a way that enikeza uqolo kumndeni kaSenzo, you know, at the end of the day, because yabo lento abayenzayo right now is a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, you don't need a law degree to see this is a joke.
Yeah, basically it is. Yeah. And angazi ukuthi bacabanga ukuthi basibukisane ngcono kube bavele bathi it mustn't be shown on TV bayenze behind the closed doors.
Yes.
Because right now ibukisa ngathi
it does show a weakness in our country, because this is a
in our justice system.
Yeah, and if the justice system is weak, then the country is weak.
Yeah, I think, Inet Fakani or ANU is not working out. But anyway, guys, I'll keep on watching. Emily, take care. Mr. Anonymous, we appreciate your time and everything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye. Guys, this is the last caller I'm taking. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Njani.
Skona unjani?
Ngiyaphila. Hi, Emily. I'm glad.
Oh, you were glad. And Emily is also happy that you are back. Hello? Hello? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I was saying hi, guys, and I was saying I'm glad, Emily, you are feeling better, Manja. Yeah. Yo, guys, you see, like from Uzungu, I'm just very suspicious. Like, cool. You know, now that we've actually found out, like, with proof, with Nako, like his incident happened in 2017. I'm just sitting here and I'm just thinking, okay, fine. He is referring to a revolver that was thrown in the river in 2013, right? This year, which is not Ngabaya Snack, which means there was a revolver that was thrown in the river in 2013.